More coming in, hold on.
What's this one in manufacturing?
Yep.
Okay, you should be good to go. I'll let anyone else who joins in.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. My name is Sean Roulier. I'm the community outreach coordinator for AmSkills. Not Amway, not AmScott, AmSkills. We're a one-of-a-kind technical training center, and our goal is to transform lives and strengthening communities through technical training and apprenticeships. So basically, what do we have to offer? Okay, well, the main course that I like to recruit for, advertise for, and represent is our 2-week Career Discovery Boot Camp right there. It's for anyone 18 years or older with a GED or higher, looking to see if manufacturing is a trade that they want to get into. What this course entails is, first of all, it's only $35. We're a nonprofit, and we're trying to help people get jobs in the local community in manufacturing careers. Now, in Pasco County, Pasco Utilities and U.S. Water hire our folks as well. Now, this is a 2-week course. It's for anyone 18 years or older with a GED or higher. And what this course entails is they learn these different subjects. They learn soldering. They can get Snap-on tool certifications. They learn a little bit of residential wiring. We have a career coach that helps with targeted resumes and interview skills. They learn a little bit about robotics. And we also do face-to-face interviews right in our classroom on the last day of class. Now, the beauty of this course is it gives people a chance to see if working with their hands and working in this environment is something that they want to do. Again, it's only $35 and there's no obligation. This class starts off with the first day Career Discovery Boot Camp. They come to class and then we explain which manufacturers are participating in this particular class. We have a class in Pasco County about every other month, and we also have a class in Pinellas County. Same thing. We kind of we trade off. But the class starts out with students show up. They get to hear which manufacturers are participating, what the jobs are, what the pay is, and then they can decide whether or not they want to continue. They work on a project the first day to see if they, it's something they like to do, working with their hands. On the second day of the class, we do a tour of a local manufacturer. And these are manufacturers like PharmaWorks, Paul Aerospace, Lockheed Martin, Bosch and Lomb, Chromalloy. So there's a plethora of manufacturers in these 3 counties, and that's who we try to provide good employees to interview and to potentially get a job. So what we do, again, we offer this 2-week course for anyone 18 years or older with a GED or higher. And I mentioned the second day we do a tour of a manufacturer, so they get to see what this environment looks like, because not every manufacturer just lets you do a tour of their facility, because they all have secrets. Even Coca-Cola won't just let you take a tour because they have the secrets. But anyway, we do a tour on the second day, and then there's projects they work on throughout the 2-week class. They can network in the class and get information that way as well. But they learn from the ground up. This is a class that takes people with no experience at all, that has never seen a screwdriver in their life, and gives them more tools to help them get a job. So during the 2 weeks, the manufacturing companies that are participating take turns catering lunch to the class. It's called a lunch and learn. So they come and they teach, they get in front of the classroom, and these are usually the same HR people that are going to interview them on the last day of class. So they take turns and they get in front of the class and they talk about the positions, the pay, the benefits, and the class gets to ask them questions. So this basically starts their interview because they're going to start to know the students in the classroom, and then they're going to actually get to, see them and interview them on the last day of class. Uh, the night before the actual interview. So the actual interviews on the last day of class, they're only 6-minute interviews. So there's no applying online for these positions. It's directly through us. So basically, we're your foot in the door to opportunities that you might have never thought of. And it's a way to check it out before, instead of getting a big student loan or, getting deep in obligations. So again, there's no obligation. This class is worth about $1,500 per student. But like I said, we're a nonprofit and we're trying to help the community get into better careers. Let's see. So during the 2 weeks, I went over the tour. We do manufacturing tours. We also have a half a day safety course where an OSHA representative comes in and gives an amazing, it's about a 4-hour class, and talks about, the safety and the hazards of what you see behind me. This is our classroom in Pasco County. We have a classroom. Our main location's in Pasco County and Holiday, off 19 and Darlington. And then we also have a satellite classroom in St. Petersburg at the Leoman Exchange. It's at the YMCA at Leoman in St. Petersburg. And we have a class, we kind of rotate classes. So we have a class here and then we have a class there. Depends on, what is going on at the time. So not only do these students learn technical skills, they also learn soft skills. We have a career coach that helps them, if they haven't had any interview skills, or haven't had interviews, or they haven't had them in a while. We help, we do mock interviews the day before the actual interviews. We help them with their targeted resumes toward, mainly focusing towards careers in manufacturing. Let's see. Okay. So for folks that have no experience in this, entry-level positions pay between $17 and $24 an hour, depending on what manufacturing, what shift, and what they have to offer. Let's see, 1224. I think I mentioned Pasco Utilities and US Water hire our students as well. So if somebody's looking to stay in the area, this is a great opportunity to give it a try for, like I said, only $35. Uh, if you want to sign up for the class, it's amskills.org. And on the front page, you'll see right exactly where you can sign up. And on the front page, it shows which classes we have scheduled. Let's see. As of now, are there any questions before I go on? Again, the class, yep.
Sorry, I was gonna say, if you have questions and you can't come off mute, you could type it in the chat box and I can relay them.
I do have a question. Do you do anything with outside of Pasco County? Does anything branch out beyond Pasco?
Absolutely. There are companies that are from Tampa that come in and participate in our classes in Pinellas and in Pasco County. So they're all over the place. We used to teach in Hillsborough County, but we don't have a dedicated classroom as of yet, but we're working on that. But yes, there are companies from Tampa, actually all over the place: Clearwater, St. Pete, Tampa, Pinellas, uh, Pasco. So yes, there's a lot of them that do participate.
Is there anything out of state?
Not right now, no. We're one of a kind organization here in Pasco County, and mainly we're helping out with Hillsborough, Pasco, and Pinellas for now, and hope to branch out in the future. We're a nonprofit and we're working off of grants and donations.
You were saying earlier, Sean, that the Tampa, Central Florida area is the largest manufacturing in the state, right? Production
Right.
area.
Has the most manufacturers in the state of Florida, in the Tampa Bay area. You wouldn't even know it. I mean, I didn't know this until I got this job. They're all over the place and they're popping up everywhere. And there's a shortage of employees. So, and they're looking for a lot of, I mean, They'll take older folks, but they want the young folks to learn their, trades. And I tell you, we've seen high school students that have taken this course, gotten a job. I'll use PharmaWorks as an example. That's one of the manufacturers here in Pasco County that build they build machines that um, make the pill packages, and they also they sterilize the equipment as well. Anyway, they make those machines. And there was a guy that graduated from Sun Lake, got a job, took our course, got a job there, and then they realized, oh wow, this guy's serious. He wants to be an engineer, mechanical engineer. So he was taking classes on his own, which they were reimbursing him for. And then they saw that he was serious about it. And then they said, oh, hey, we're going to send you to UCF, UCF for mechanical engineering, and we're going to pay for it. So anyway, he went through that. He got his bachelor's degree. They brought him back on, and now he's still there, and he is super successful. And I'm sure he's making lots of money. So you never know what opportunities this is going to present. We never know. There's statistics, there's percentages out there of how many people do get hired. Okay. And on our website, it shows about 65%. And mainly they're hiring for attitude, they're training for position. So, don't think that after this 2 weeks, oh, I'm not an expert solderer, I'm not an expert electrical, mechanic, but they know that they just want to know that you made it through our course, you showed up on time, you got along with others, and like I said, they're hiring for attitude, and they're training for position. Um, so yeah.
Good question. So somebody's going to school now, they have to finish high school first before they can attend this, right?
I mean, unless they're 18 and they can take 2 weeks off. But
Okay.
yeah, you know what? You're right. They need either a GED or a high school diploma. So yes, sir, that
Okay.
is correct.
Thank you.
Now, stay tuned for summer programs. We don't have any projected yet, but last year we had a 3D printing class. We had a robotics summer camp. We're not sure what we're going to do this year, but stay tuned at amskills.org, and we'll keep you posted.
Thank you.
I'm going to post, Sean, your email address onto the chat box. So if anyone wants to get that down, so if you have questions later, you could email Sean.
Absolutely. Yep, that's the right one. But anyway, this exposes people to organizations that they would never be exposed to before. I mean, if you saw this, say, Lockheed Martin position online and you applied for it, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to rush right to you and go, oh yeah, come on over, let's see what you got. It's really hard to get into some of these companies, and we are actually a foot in the door. And like I said, you just never know. The sky's the limit once they get in and prove themselves. But like I said, we teach soft skills. We teach, how to get along with other folks and work in an environment with teams and other organizations. So it's all around experience for anybody that either doesn't have the experience in the career world, or ones that just haven't been in it for a while. So anyway, let me show you a graduating class. Look at all those smiles. And yeah, there's a lot of success stories that come out of these students. And I've been here for 3 years, and I've seen it work. It's a solution to the unemployment issue that we're having. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell. Any other questions?
Yeah, there was one about when can a student attend? They cannot attend before they graduate, right? Unless
Right. Yeah. They have to have their GED or their high school diploma. And really that's not our call. That's what, the minimum that the manufacturers require. And then once they do finish our class and they get an interview, and then they go for a second interview, and then the second interview is usually at their location, and then they'll give them a tour and whatnot. But then at that time, that's when they'll do the background check, and a lot of them do the drug testing. So then that's what they would face later on, or have to go through later on. We don't do that at AmSkills, but depending on what organization, they will they'll do that. Anybody else? You can tell I'm passionate about this. I could talk about it all night.
Don't see any other questions.
Yeah.
So again, if you're still on the meeting, if you go to the chat box, you can get Sean's email, and the website has a lot of information about when the upcoming boot camps are, and just other information about the program itself. And then you can reach out to him if you have questions.
I see another question. Do
Oh.
you offer training on CNC machines? We do not at this time, but once you get hired at one of these manufacturers and you show the interest and show the capability, they will train you on CNC machining. But at right now, we do not. You're welcome. But doesn't this look like a fun environment? I tell you, it's a pretty cool classroom. We've only been open for a little over a year now in our new location, so we're pretty proud of it. Everything's brand new, and we've had at least 8 classes here. And if you saw one of the graduations during one of these classes, you would be sold in a heartbeat. It's emotional, it's fun. It's a sense of accomplishment for each student in the class. I mean, you just see it on their faces. And we have a really robust graduation ceremony. It's pretty cool. It's fun. And then on the last day of class, they do 6-minute interviews right in our classroom. So again, there's no applying online. And then after that interview, they go into a room and write their name underneath the person that they want a second interview with. And then that person will be notified soon afterwards for a visit to the actual plant. So there you go. And thanks for listening. And I'm excited to meet any of you that come through our door. And if you want a tour, if you want to just pop in and check it out, you're more than welcome to. Text me, give me a call, and let me know if you want a tour, and I'll be happy to set that up for you.
All right. Well, if there's no other questions, we'll conclude the meeting. I appreciate everyone's time joining. And I again put Sean's email in the chat box. Again, so grab it before you leave.
Cool. Thank you so much. AmSkills.
All right, Sean. Well, let me stop the recording.